Good morning, chat. That cheer is for Talmax. Resubscribe 5 months in a row. Arrow Cowboy, thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. How are y'all this morning? How are y'all? Oh, I can't move this mouse with this cast on. Oh. So close to clicking the button and the wrong button. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. Work is a 4-letter word. Are y'all back to work today? I have a feeling you're back to work today, unfortunately, right? Take him. It's not a discussion, buddy. Hey, kids are still home. Woo! Hi, y'all. Tax season has begun. JD Lady, are you in the tax professions? So I got my email from my accountant saying it's like we're ready. Evan Max, 22 months. Woo! Thank you so much. Hey, it worked on its own. Corinne Barr, 19 months. Thank you. Y'all are awesome. So yeah, it's tax time. I did my December bookkeeping yesterday. So that was on my task list yesterday. Yesterday was just bills and accounting and getting ready to do that. So oh yeah, lots of tax people in here. That doesn't surprise me. Wife changed jobs, pay quarterly, texts are a nightmare. Toadie's in the middle of sexual harassment training. You need it. You should pay attention to that. Just kidding. Speaking of which, I was literally just listening to this podcast beforehand. So I was going to say this anyway. So I listened to some golf podcasts. One of them's called No Laying Up. It's just like golf travel, goofy like social media stuff. They're like a online golf content creator, if you will. So they have on this reporter. Her name's Lisa Cornwell, who I've followed for years on the Golf Channel, and her last day was December 31st, and she's filing this big sexual harassment lawsuit against the Golf Channel network. So she was on this podcast. She is awesome. Yeah, she is super great. So I highly implore you to listen to what Lisa Cornwell's preaching. So she's awesome. Miss G's Crafties, I promise I'm gonna get that washi tape to you. I shipped a bunch of stuff this weekend, and then Tyler says, "Hey, that's cool. That's some cool tape." So I know I still have to send it to you, but it's sitting like right there, right on the front of the thing. Thunder Viking, 17 months. Good grief, that's awesome. Listen to No Laying Up last night. Archita, she's tough. Man, she's a badass, isn't she? She is awesome. Like, I have the utmost respect. I liked her anyway, just as an announcer. Like, I didn't know any of this stuff was going on behind the scenes, like as generally happens. But I liked her anyway, and now I like her even more. So I hope she can, gets out there and gets a new job. I'm sure she will. She's super talented. So anyway, Patrick, 8 months of subbing. Didn't you just say you couldn't figure out how to do your thing? Oh, yeah. You got to click on the buttons. And speaking of mailing things, what day are you shipping this week? I need to order index cards either Wednesday afternoon or Thursday afternoon. So get it in by Wednesday morning. And you should be covered. So, awesome. Level 2 hype train. Thank you all so much. Oh, Andrew, I'm scrolling back on the thing. I'm a pastor. I get a specialized tax person. I imagine those taxes are interesting. My taxes are interesting. The one thing I budgeted for, the one thing for a fact I was going to do when I started working for myself was to get an accountant. Like, I'd always done my taxes, for myself. They were just like, my taxes are straightforward. Like mine and my wife, job, 401k, health insurance, submit. Like, that stuff was easy. But now that I'm working for myself, that's the first budget item. I said when I'm working for myself, it's like, okay, I'm going to hire someone to look at this stuff because I am not confident enough to just like direct this myself and make sure that I'm doing the right thing. So I need someone to look at that. So yes, go accountants. Big fan of accountants and bookkeepers. My favorite people. So yeah, your taxes aren't bad. Like, there's no reason, like, if you if you're getting a paycheck and like, like single money's coming out and just a few things, a single thing coming in, single thing going out, or, it's pretty straightforward to do it yourself. Like you can manage, like get your forms in, use any tax prep software, and it's pretty straightforward. And now that I'm doing it for myself, it's like I'm going to track it all. I'm going to tag it all. And then the accountants and bookkeepers they're going to like make sure I said the one thing I don't want to do is screw up my taxes. Like, I don't care if I make money or like my business, like if the traffic sucks, and I can't make a living doing this, I don't care. My taxes need to not be screwed up. So, so yeah, that's good. Yeah. And it gets more complicated when you buy a house and do other things. And yeah, it's the peace of mind. What do you use for expense tracking? I just put everything in QuickBooks. I think my accountants at one point they were recommending Xero, but I tried Xero for a while and I didn't like the tagging system. What is this stream today? I guess this is my fault. And I didn't get along with Xero very well. And at the time, they weren't fans of QuickBooks, but I said, look, like, this is what I'm comfortable with. And now I think they're actually might be recommending QuickBooks more than Xero. So it's like when you have these software accounting platforms, there's always changes and modifications in the way things work. And there's all kinds of back-end stuff that has to tie into different places. And so, yeah, it's always like any software. It's just changing a lot. Knox Echo, 5 months of subbing. Thank you so much. Miss G's Crafties, 18 months. Love it. Thank y'all so much. Yeah. So what do you recommend, Hobby? So between QuickBooks, FreshBooks, and Xero, those are the ones that I've tested. And QuickBooks has its problems. None of these are like fun and enjoyable to use. But I get along with QuickBooks for being able to sort my stuff and tag it and automate it the best. And I've tried them all. Yeah. So, it just depends. But like I said, I've got a good accountant I'm very happy with. Husband and wife team. Sorry. For some reason I had a bunch of stuff on my notebook. I don't know how. And I've been with them for years, and they understand the digital type of business that I'm in, right? That's the reason why I went with them. I used like a local tax professional in the beginning, and like he got it, but like didn't like get it. So I know people who are focused on like helping like online business people, whether they're software developers or anything like that. So if anyone's got that kind of business, they might be closed for new business, my tax pros. But yeah, QuickBooks, that's right. Like with any software, the problem isn't how good it is, or the conversation isn't how good it is. It's how easy it is to fix it when it goes bad, and can you fix it when it goes bad? And I have a better luck with QuickBooks than I had with like Xero. Xero wanted to make me like punch my monitor. Like QuickBooks, I'm like, okay, this is annoying, but I think here's how, like, I can figure out how to fix it better. So, all right, that's enough taxes. I don't know what Tufty and Yukari are. It's Yukari Royale. I don't know what that means. And then Tony said it's a person. Then K9 Play laughed. And welcome to my chat. This is what we do. If you're new here, you're looking at it. This is what we do. I don't have anything to open today. I don't have any new stuff. I did put those Pentel Hell's RH. Did I say that? 7 months. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Level 3 hype train. Namiki, Yukari Royale, Fall Flowers, and a book from a guy named Tufty. Tax Talk, get hype. Now it's organizing the tax stuff that comes in, the physical and digital stuff that comes in. Everything's digital now. Like I file everything digitally. I have like a digital locker to put in all my forms, and they get updated, and it's a party. All right, we should stop. I said we'll stop. Give me a link to the Namiki Yukari Royale Fall Flowers. I think I've seen that one, but I don't know. Got my first sailor for Christmas. I saw your picture, Patrick. The British Racing Green. That is a sickly cool pin. Sickeningly cool pin. The blue sport. That blue. They did a good job on that blue. That's like the blue black Kaweco. Good morning, Coco Lena. Hell's 100 bits. Thank you so much. Ooh. A week from yesterday. Oh, so next Monday, I go and get this looked at again. Today is the first day, I'm going to say, where actually I feel like it hurts a lot, but like I feel like there's some improvement in the wrist. So I said I'm not going to talk about it, but I keep talking about it. Yes, the digital tack stocks. What do we use? We use, I can't remember, we changed last year. You know, some, I don't know, Secure Safe or whatever. Bloppity bloops. I ordered some school supplies from Galen Leather this week. What did you order, Inkwell Monster? Yeah, well, Patrick, you did really good for those two pins. Those are pins I should buy, but I'm not going to buy because I have enough pins, like, kind of thing. But those are both like awesome pins. All right, let me pull up this Namiki. We'll take a look at that. Ooh, I don't think I have seen that one. Can I embiggen? Enlarge. Look at that. All right, I don't know if y'all can see that. We're going to see that. We got 2 level 2 hype train emotes. Choo choo. Hype miss. Hype miss? What the crap is that emote? Hype miss. We got hype lit. That's the emote we need, is hype lit. We got the level 2 hype train. Do entire motif to spin it. So Alan is someone who is very experienced with the Pilot Namiki website. I just want y'all to know that. So he knows how to, like, visually, you know, like, check these things out. All right, so let's see. This has a ton of artwork. This is a dense artwork Namiki. Is that a fair statement? I guess a lot of these are, but some are less dense, and this is just awesome. Entire motif. All right, I'm just trying to get this so y'all can actually see it. Whoa, that drags fast. There's so many different colors. Oh, look at this. Can y'all see this? The flowers up here. Rodden flowers. Rodden flower there. Rodden flower there. Rodden flower down here. This is sick. Man, what a stunner. Oh, and this has the dusted clip. That's awesome. Really nice. Really, really nice. Very cool. Alan, that comes today. What are you going to ink it up with? Like, that's the biggest question when you buy a big fancy pen like this, is what ink you're going to put in it. I got some new pencils and a sharpener to get ready for the spring semester. Never thought I would like school supply shopping this much. Truth. So last night, as I was writing in my theme system journal, I used the Tombow Mono, the 4B one that I like. It's called the KKS. I need to see if I can still buy singles from CW Pencil, because according to their email, I don't think that I can. I don't know. I might have to play the "Do you know who I am" card and send them like a special email and say, "Hey, can I buy like a dozen of these before y'all switch the thing?" Coco Lena, 200 bits with the corgis. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you too. You're awesome. Haven't decided on the ink, but there's so many colors here, but I can't pick anything. Yeah, I still have it pulled up over here. I don't know what I would do either. Would you do a gold? I don't know that I could. I'm not like a super gold person. I have a couple that I like. Or a green. I'm thinking like gold or green, but I don't know. Maybe green. I don't know. I'm still staring at it. Go vote, Georgia. Today's the day. We got to come correct in Georgia once again. Country's looking at us today. I voted Thursday last week. I was mad. We started driving home, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't get a sticker." I was so mad. It's because I put them on my notebook, and we got halfway home. I was like, "We didn't get stickers." Sunk in a ditch. So I did use my spoke roadie to sign my paperwork, though. Do you know who I am? Yeah. I never play the do you know who I am card, but I do like it as a joke. I would not do gold because I'm not a gold ink user. That gold ink is like a one-off, right? Like I want to like write a page with it. I don't want to fill up an entire pen with it. Keep getting text. Holy crap, the texts and the ads. My wife had, I think she was at work yesterday, so she keeps her phone away from her and on mute, and then if she takes a break, she'll go check it out. I think she had 7 missed calls in the span of like 2 hours. Like it's just... Oh, sorry, that's one of my favorite sayings, Sarah. Me and my wife came up with that. I think we heard it, I don't know, it might be from some movie or something. That's one of my favorite sayings. I just said it accidentally. I'm surprised it hasn't come up before because I say it all the time. Yeah, the early voting was like 2.5 to 3 million early votes, which at a percentage rate was some enormous percentage just over the November election. So yeah, sunk in a ditch makes you feel like, you're being, being dirty, but actually saying like a real word. You say it when you're like joke angry because it's like a joke phrase. Love Loveless, you made it. I live in South Dakota and got a Georgia ad on YouTube. That's actually where the ads have been the worst. I think. Did y'all get any ads, pre-roll ads today when you came in today to the stream? If you were in the beginning of the stream, the YouTube ads. Like I've been watching more YouTube just, as I work or throwing on like a concert or something on there. And oh my God, like every 10 minutes, it's like, I don't care. Oh my God, they are ridiculous. It's like the worst. So, yeah. So I haven't seen, the Twitch ads haven't been political recently. I've seen a lot of Coca-Cola ads for one of their new and maybe it's the new energy drink. I don't remember the other ones. Yeah, the YouTube ads are something else right now. It makes you not want to watch because there's no variation in the ads, and then sometimes you can't skip them. It's like, sheesh. I got an ad when I got here for Genshin Impact. Yeah, Genshin Impact is it's a free to play. What, buddy? Come here. Toby's yelling at me. What? Come here. I think he wants to play. So get that YouTube Premium. I might if I continue to watch things on there. So I've like I said, I almost never directly view YouTube. It just might be like on the side while I'm working here. It might be over here, and it's usually like some concert some live show that I just want to pop up on there or something. Yeah, don't need another subscription. Truth. Speaking of subscription, you subscribe to Pen Addict memberships. It's $5 a month. It's the best value on the internet. You get more of this, and you get more of y'all in there, and you get me typing a lot of words. And I'm really releasing a notebook soon. That's gonna be like a really good deal for members, like an obscenely good deal. Sorry, I keep looking to see what Toby's doing. I think he left. So speaking of subscriptions that you do need, you don't need YouTube Premium. You need Pen Addict membership. $5 a month, $48 a year. You get a break if you subscribe for 12 months. Best value going on the internet. End ad. Okay. What do y'all want to talk about today? I literally have nothing. So Thursday, we're going to talk about planners and themes and getting ready for 2021. but I'm holding that till we talk about it on the podcast tomorrow. So I'm going to write the podcast this afternoon. So we'll be talking about planners, but y'all can talk about like, what planners are y'all using? Did anyone change planners from 2020 to 2021 as far as format and style goes? I think that's a good question. Good way to present it. Daryl has Cosmo Airlight folios coming soon. I'm a little bit concerned about that paper. I'm not going to lie. I need to test it out though. I think it might just be a little too slick for me. But we'll see. I need to see if I have a set of those papers here from the fountain pen friendly set. I might have a second set here. I gave that one to Susan. I gave one away. Did I have a third set? I'll have to look. It looks like like glossy magazine paper, and while it may be great for fountain pens, I just don't know that I'm going to enjoy using it. But I will hold that thought till I really get to test. I went from a Vec to standard Hobo Cousin. That's cool. Didn't change your planner setup this year. Tony, do you use a planner? Is that because you don't use a planner? I can't remember. Wait, what are we getting? Oh, I'm doing a pocket notebook with Wright, and it's really cool. I have them. They're physically here. Yes, it's because you don't use a planner. Okay, I thought so. I'm using my new Sumkin and the Hobo 5-year. I want to see some shots of that Sumkin once you get it rolling. I thought I had an extra Sumkin I was going to use for a project this year. Then it turned out to just be the blank notebook, which is pretty sweet in its own right, but I end up probably not going to use it yet. I changed Filofax personal size to Hobonichi Cousin. I'm interested to know how that works for you, Beth, knowing how you do your planners. That's like a reasonably big change, I think. Trying a Leuchtturm, but it's similar to the format I used one last year. I like a week on 2 pages. I mean, that's essentially what I have, like with this William Hanna. I went from Jibun Techo back to Hobo Cousin. So Mike, you don't. Madison, did you use the Jibun a couple years ago? But you're not using that anymore, right? Using a pre-printed traveler's notebook last year, went back to traditional bullet journal this year. That's a good move. I haven't used a planner in years. That makes sense. Like planners are really weird if you think about them, especially in this digital age, right? I just use notebooks, not a printed planner. So that's what I have both. So I have the planner and I have my notebook. And those are the kind of the two everyday things that I use. Use a regular notebook for to-do lists. Yeah, that's perfect. I've been lamenting that Wright seems to have moved away from the pocket notebook game. I haven't even noticed, to be perfectly honest. I've kind of moved away. I used to really religiously write in pocket notebooks, and now I just do a little bit. But I got Chris and I just did something silly. Like if you put Chris and I together, like there's nothing normal that's going to come out of that conversation, right? So we have a fun, we did a fun pocket notebook, used some fun materials for the box, and it's cool. So I'm excited. I haven't started a planner, but I got the undated one in Brad's giveaway, so I'm thinking about it. The Pebble one was undated. Is that the one you won? I remember it. Did I say Buju? I meant to say Bujo. You used the G-Boon for a couple years, Mike. That's what I thought. I was thinking, like, back when I first heard of the G-Boon Techo, you were using one. And I was like, I think you showed me, like, how someone, like, the school schedule, like, kind of worked with that layout. But that's an overwhelming product. Oh, I see it, Tyler. It was your own writing. It wasn't me. It was you. Hobo Weeks now for 5 years in a row. That's my favorite format. The layout, like left page days, right page blank. I just need a little bit bigger one than that. Well, that Pebble should be nice, even if you don't use it necessarily as intended. Apologies, I heard Toby again. I don't know what's he's doing. So yeah. I've been going through all my notebooks of random stuff and pulling out the quotes, hence the index card order, and came across this one from today from Socrates. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. That is super true. That is That's almost like we could turn that into like a Yogi Berra quote somehow. Like I was too busy to be busy or something, some yogiism. But yeah, that's the truth. Oh, we went with the weeks mega, A5 weeks. Yeah, that's cool. That would be awesome. I might switch out of my William Hanna for that for a year, but probably not because I want to use. As much as I love the hobos, I want something besides Tomoe River paper, and I love Tomoe River paper. But like I've been using pencils and like I'm staring at this week, and I'm just staring at pencil and gel ink. So bit late to the answers, but I'm on my third year of Hobo A6 and starting bullet journaling for more long form projects and theme tracking. Oh yeah, I use my theme system journal as well. So I guess that's 3 notebooks. So Tony, back to your index card order. I had someone order 20 packs of index cards that I packed up this weekend. So I think the same person, they order like 20 packs, seems like a couple times a year. And I've told y'all the story about the 5,000 card order we had that one time. I should follow up with that person. Still using the weeks, been using that format for the past 4 or 5 years. I think that's great. I'm down from 14 planners 3 years ago to just 3. Like, I'm scared to watch April's Stationery Cafe video because it's like a stat. Here's my journals for 2021, and it's like they don't even fit on the screen. I'm thinking about getting a theme system journal for next year. I'm going to write up a post on the theme system journal this year. That's kind of what I'm starting to work on this afternoon. It's going to be for the podcast tomorrow, and then it'll eventually be a longer blog post. So is that why the cards sell out so fast? I haven't sold out of the cards in a while, except the weekly ones I'm out of, and the petites. So we'll use that. I think I'd use a weeks if they made it bigger. Yeah, 100%. That would be, like, if I could make my own hobo journal, that's what it would be. It'd be like A5 weeks, like y'all were saying. Because that's all I need. Like, y'all have seen my planner. Like, I'll show you just, like, the general layout. I haven't pre-audited what's on the active page, so I'm not going to share it. But just real quick, that's it. Like, I first started using this layout. Sorry, I don't have everything set up for this camera today. It looks like caca too. But I started using this with the Midori Traveler's Notebook, and these were blank. Like Alan was mentioning, the blank pebble, it's the same, right? So I want these days here because they just hold like the main things that I need to do. But then I also want to have like a note section here to where I can just, if something comes up, like I'm working on podcast ideas here, on the active page. And, I'm keeping a list of albums I've listened to this week on this page. So yeah, that's like a lot more companies have started to do this type of layout. So it's been good. So yeah, there you go. Hey, Toby. Toby's back. You want to say hi? He's been in here yelling at me. I think he wants to play. So Elizabeth and Toby are saying hi. Elizabeth goes back to school virtually on Thursday. Toby goes back to school virtually every day. Hey, bud. Hey. Being good. He's like, Elizabeth, take me out of here. B6 weeks would be my dream. That would be a cool size. So some of us have barely legible writing at normal size. Micro writing doesn't work. Yeah. So my left-handed writing on this page that I'm not showing y'all. So here's the question. This is the big philosophical question today, considering my handedness situation. So my William Hanna, on the left page, I wrote left-handed. On the right page, I wrote right-handed. The left page has check boxes, right? I make a box and then check them when complete. I'm writing right-handed check marks. I feel like I'm going to lose my left-handed card. Is it okay if I make right-handed check marks when I'm writing left-handed, or do I have to make left-handed check marks, which I think would break my head. Mark's already at work. That's what I figure. I think everyone's back to work today, mostly, for the most part. Mostly for the most part. That sounds like how I write. I don't know that Emilio Braga notebook. Send me a link to that. I don't know that one. Be 3 weeks. That would be nuts. I'm ready to get this my coloring folio in use, y'all. So we need to get my hand in shape so we can sit here and do some coloring on here. Yeah, I got the coloring folio prototype from Anna. But I haven't used it yet because I want to do it with my right hand. Because it's my camera setup is on the right side, and just we could play around with inks and stuff, but I think it would be just like a mess right now. So as soon as I get my wrist in shape, we're gonna use this. Fire it up, and then we'll do some ink swabbing, ink testing situations. You don't flip the letters around, so don't flip the check marks or just put an X in there. We're not doing. I thought all check marks go to the right. I guess that is technically the check mark direction, right? If you're like looking at like typing or things like that. Not on our site anymore, but it's these. I want that desk. You better shape up your wrist. I'm hoping, like I said, today. Oh, those are cool. Whatchamacallit? Who's the company? Choosing Keeping. Tony. I mean, I know you can get it from here, but Choosing Keeping makes their in-house notebook that's similar to these. Although I don't know, is this paper, I guess, good for fountain pens and the types of inks you like to use? Because the ones from Choosing Keeping aren't necessarily. So, oh, here, let me show you all these if y'all want to see them. Sorry, I'm hoarding this to myself. But these look very nice. So it's like a marbled cover, A5 size, small double-sided grid line inserts. So you can so they're blank and then they have a guide. Yeah, these are great colors. I would buy one of these if I needed one. I love them. God, but what color? Probably the green one, huh? I'd probably get this one. I don't know. Maybe that one. Those are pretty cool. How much are these? $22. Or 4 interest-free installments of $5.50 by Afterpay. What kind of paper? I don't know. Tony will have to answer that. A5, made in Portugal. I don't see a page count. Super nice. Super nice. Young, hit that link that Tony shared in the chat. Nicholas M. Cahill, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day. Hello, Strings and Pedals. Good morning. But yeah, check out Choosing Keeping. They do some in-house stuff. Yeah, that's what we're talking. CW Pencils sell these, but not. They're not going to anymore, or you can't get them right now. And the host, Nicholas Cahill. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's a toothy paper, not great for fountain pens, but decent. I would show. You've seen me share that Platinum notebook that Platinum made with Choosing Keeping. I wonder if it's this notebook. Now you're going to make me look. Nicholas. Okay, Nicholas, please. But welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Like I use the Platinum, the Curidas Extra Fine. Tessa, 16 months of subbing. Thank you so much. All right, let me pull this up. I used the extra fine with platinum ink and Nakaya extra fine with platinum ink, and they were good. So let me see here. This is what made me think of them. But I think they make their own at Choosing Keeping. Right? So, and these look thicker. And they get their own style. Claire, what's up? Thanks for the Prime sub. Hope you're doing well. So, yeah, like this one is Japanese silk covers. 90G cream paper, ruled or plain. They say yes on fountain pen friendly, but like the one I have with the paper that they used, I wouldn't put anything past an extra fine in there. So this was what I was thinking about, Tony. So there's all kinds of different formats and materials, and like they'll just basically, these are small batch materials, right? So they'll make whatever they have out of whatever material, then they'll just go make another thing. Oh, here you go. Here's the small one. These are A4 size. Wow. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, this stuff is awesome to me. I'm just not going to vouch for the paper. I can do a paper test on the one that I have. It is, there is no way it's going to be like really fountain pen friendly. It reminds me of that paper, you know, when you use when your kids are learning their handwriting, and that red and blue dashed paper for like the big letters, small letters. It feels like that kind of paper to me. So yeah, it's perfect for standard pens, just not fountain pens. Then you might like these. I don't know. Certainly worth looking at, because like there's, as you can tell, there's just infinite options on here. They're just all over the place. So anyway, that's what I was thinking when you showed me these. Yeah, I'd have to look into it. So there you go. Cool. Now you're making me want to maybe order one of those. But I can test out my other one. It's awesome for pencils. I've been using pencils in it recently. I use it for my friend of the show notebook. Mike, have we done we haven't done friends of the show yet, have we? God, we need to do that. I'm supposed to get on that, right? All right. So, Denalian paper. I don't know what that means. Those are pretty. This stream continues to be dangerous for my wallet. Pertaining to crimson. Trust me, it is always rough. So far, it's January 5th. I have not placed any stationary orders this year. Who has placed a stationary order since January 1st? Who has placed a 2021 stationary order? I think Sarah has. Schmevelin has. 3 orders from Hells. Oh, Sarah has, but it was a Christmas gift. That doesn't count. Tainted Crimson. Tony's going to place one. Tyler's overdue. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, Alan has deliveries coming. Jesse, of course. Shocker. Waiting for shipping to catch up. I'll be interested to see. So I sent a huge batch of spoke pens, knock orders, and pen addict orders Sunday. So they would scan Monday. I'll watch this set of deliveries and see if they're still doing some weird stuff. Like I've had a problem getting a package from here to South Carolina. Like I could drive it, and it's just they've December 19th to January the 4th for like a 3-hour drive from here. It's been brutal. Kaweco Sport Ocean Blue. It's funny you say that, Jesse. So I was organizing my desk, and I have those Kaweco concrete holders. So I was going to get all my Kawecos into these holders. And I'm putting in all my colorful sport editions. You know, like the coral and the sunrise or sunset, whichever one that is. You know, the different ones that I like. I can't find my ocean blue. I was like, but Ocean Blue should be part of it. It should have been with this group that I moved into these new containers, and it's not. So now I got to go on a hunt for the Ocean Blue. But I noticed it yesterday that it wasn't there, and I was upset. So there you go. Also, those Kaweco pin holders don't hold shown pins very well. You kind of got to jam them in there. One has been an hour from my house for 6 days, but it's UPS. That's usually better, at least in my recent experience. We actually cut over our last minute spoke pin orders to UPS just because it was going better. Gotta be Toby. Oof, don't say that. He's only done that one time. Has he ever put a pin in his mouth and like chewed on it? And I'll never forget that story. I've told that story before. It was a loner, and he got it. They don't budge on weekends or holidays. Yeah, so you probably had like at least 3 full days of sitting. Monteverde document blue to use in my Safari at work. That's a good call. What size nib? DHL is rocking right now, OSU. I've gotten my Montegrappas I bought from Casa de Stilografica less than a week. Easily. I think I ordered Monday and I had them like Thursday or Friday. It was stupid. Planning on ordering an Aurora Optima today. Was hoping to get a birthday delivery today, but it doesn't look like we'll make it. Nice. Which Optima? The new ones. They've been making some really nice colors. Oh yeah, I guess I did order a pin yesterday. Isn't that how it goes mostly, chat? Like, I was like, no, I haven't ordered anything in the new year. Wait, except for the 3 orders I've already made. I got a pinwheel for Christmas and I really love it. Can't wait for the concrete one to arrive too. Concrete one's my favorite. It is really nice. It was very expensive, but it is really nice. I've been waiting for my Kaweco Golden Espresso for 3 weeks. Has that been, what was the shipping like? Was it in country, like, or was it moving around? The Viola, nice. Yeah, that's a lot then. This choosing keeping site might break me today. They were so nice to Mike and I around the time of the Platinum Curidas, right? They were the ones that we were involved just unexpectedly with the Curidas. And they're the one where Mike bought his Platinum where the nib snapped. So it's that shop if choosing keeping is sounding familiar. And they were always like super nice to work with. Almost made a second Jet Pins order of the year. So I haven't bought anything yet, but I tried yesterday. Like, I thought about it. I went looking on Jet Pins yesterday. And I was like, the Emilio Braga site is going to be bad. I'm going to actually write that down because I want to go back and look at that. What 7 weeks? Sailor Sweet Love, 7 weeks back in March. That's right. When that one came from Japan, they were having some weird times back in early corn times. I gotta write down Emilio Braga. I need to place a bet. I need to place a bet pins order. Nice. It's a new website. We're gonna bet on which pin comes out first, the Scribble 1 or the Scribble 2. Why is my shit blowing up? You sent me the link. Thank you, Tony. I was wondering why everything was going bzzzt. I got a nib from Franklin Christoph in my cart. Does that count? Heck yeah, it counts. Is it a specialty nib or a standard nib? Their specialty nibs are some of my favorite. The tuning on them. Money. Sig. Yeah. Awesome nib. Maybe just like the best kind of like all around nib. I think I could probably like have all my nibs that way. Very cool. Took me 1 month to get a nib section from Toronto to Montreal on express shipping. Wow. And how far is that away, like on a map? Like driving, like 6-8 hours, like so, like several hundred miles. It's not like crazy far, right? It's like New York to Detroit, kind of. The one that got me was an order from an ink from a German company that took the longest. Ordered in May, did not get till November. Wow. Yeah, 5 hours drive. Okay. I wasn't too far off. So yeah, that's a lot for express shipping. So yeah, my 3-day shipping to South Carolina took like 15 days. Good times. Good times. So yeah, well, we'll see what the early part of the year brings. It's got to be better just from volume, but I don't know that it's going to be better just from a worldwide general health of the globe perspective. But the volume will be down, so that's our only hope. But the rest of it is just going to be a mess. So. So I'm going to work on, I'm already planning on next week and what I'm going to write about this week for the Pen Addict members, which you should subscribe to, $5 a month. I think I'm going to do like a 2021 wish list for this weekend is the plan. It'll be this weekend or next weekend, depending on how much I can get done on it. Kanala, hello. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're using awesome pens and notebooks today. Cocolina finally watched Ted Lasso. Brilliant. Yeah, I'm going to rewatch that with my wife. I watched it by myself. First shot. I didn't watch The Mandalorian yet. We'll have to work on that. But I'm going to... might end up watching Ted Lasso even before Mandalorian. I can't get Tyler and me in the same spot at the same time to want to do the same thing. So, yeah. I'm working on the first of 3 installments of ink sample reviews. So many little bottles. Yeah, I have stuff for you, Jeff, and Susan, including more ink samples probably, piling up. Nothing crazy to ship, but I've got a stack of stuff, small things I haven't shipped for like the past month. Ink Dependence is how I found well-appointed desks. That's awesome. Oh yeah, you need... Okay, Jeannie, nah, go to penaddict.com and there's a link at the top called Pen Friends. That's a start. Whoa, Alan Shutko. Brad is the poster child for not sticking to a journal system. I'm on year 2 with this one. Thank you. And I'm on like year 3 or 4 with Todoist on my phone. So there. There you go. Yeah, we got to watch The Mandalorian. I want to watch The Mandalorian so I don't get spoiled by it. Like, I'm not like dying. Like, if I was like super diehard, I would have watched it already. Like, I know it's good. I enjoy it. Tyler and I watch it together, and I don't want to get spoiled, so I would like to watch it. Otherwise, I would watch Ted Lasso again first. Yes. It's in the sidebar, not the top. Oh, I did have to move some things around. Thank you. How have you not been spoiled yet? Anytime I see it, like any relation to Star Wars, I just like flick past it, just like, and just like get it off my screen. So the only thing that I've kind of been spoiled with is I think Baby Yoda has a name, and I think I saw that. So whatever. Still no table of contents on that top 5 page. There's always this year. That's like such a good idea though. Like it really needs to happen. I'll write it down again. Fine, I'll write it down again. Top 5. Oh no, I just wrote that in the podcast notes. Oh well. All right. Yeah, I know that's not a big spoiler, so but that's like that's literally all I've seen. Anytime I see it on Twitter or anywhere on the internet, I just like fly past it. Luckily, none of the headlines have said anything or anything like that. So, spoilers are everywhere. That's for sure. And like at some point, I just won't care about being spoiled. I don't mind. I don't want spoilers. I'm not going to go to the ends of the earth to protect myself because I would have watched it already if I was that concerned. Right? Like Game of Thrones, I watched at 9:00 every Sunday because I knew on Monday it was going to be a shirt show and there was no chance I wasn't getting spoiled. And then at the end, it's like, did Game of Thrones even happen? It's like no one even talks about it anymore. It just fell so flat. You know who Luke's father is? Don't tell anybody. It looks like this. Yeah, the spoilers were always out on Monday because it was such a big like every entertainment news site was doing like the watch and recaps, and then it just vanished. Poof! They ruined the whole thing, just like poof. No one like talk about a show I never want to rewatch. I used to rewatch every season of Game of Thrones before the next season, and I haven't watched an episode. Like I have no desire to go back and watch any of it. It's sad. How did you make your text orange? That's pretty cool. To be fair, about 3 weeks, it's your responsibility to avoid spoilers. Absolutely. Like I said, if I was that adamant about it, I would have watched it already. Would have just stayed up and binged through it. Really? You slash me. I've never done that before. I tend to stay with the journal, but I can't get the journal I like anymore. I fell in love with the notebooks that Paper for Fountain Pens made, and they've been out of stock for 11 months. Oof. Was this a Tomoe River notebook? If I recall, right? Yes, no, maybe. Ooh, that was bright. So my room is dark when I have the lights on. So when I open up the side monitor to a white page, it's... Yeah, so they were Tomoe River. I think we reviewed one. Did Susan maybe reviewed one for the blog? I should put that white screen up. It's good lighting. Seems like we might have reviewed one. I don't know. I know, Mir Kalias, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you're having a good pen and paper day. Hope you're using all of your favorite pens. I live in a world where I watch the first 3 of GOT and nothing else exists because I dropped. It's nice. That's fair. That would be a good move. So, even though I haven't bought anything this year, which is great, things are always moving and shaking. By like next month, things will be ramping up in the stationery world. I'll be checking out new products from companies. Although Sailor never seems to stop, and Kaweco for that matter. But there'll be something I'm interested in. I don't think there's anything like that's really like I'm not shopping for anything. When I talk about like what I'm looking forward to in 2021, I can't think of like a single product other than like stuff I'm making. Like I want, knock stuff to get right, which I'm pretty happily working on right now. But like as far as like personal usage product, I can't think of anything. I don't know what's coming up. There's not a lot outside of Pelican and maybe Platinum, but I don't really think so. Does anyone do like long-term announcements? Like here's kind of our releases throughout the year. Like Pelican has a decent lead time for what's coming. I don't think anyone else really does that, do they? I must have the Drillog metal dip pen. I have no idea what that is. I'm wanting some Kiwi inks. That's all on your list. I do want one of those new Krishna bottles just to have the bottle. I don't love the idea of the bottle, but I want the bottle. Yeah, Tessa, that's what I think. I think there's going to be a lot of people like trying to rediscover notebooks this year. I'm waiting on some sort of wax canvas pen cases. Did I tell you all the production schedule? Speaking of Pelican, what's the ink of the year? I don't know. What rumor did you start? Okay, yeah, production's still on track. I should get a shipment leaving Friday. That's good. I have a whole load of Robert Oster inks in the card on Cult Pens. What is the Drillog? I don't know the Drillog. Is that how you say it? It's a weird name. Send me a link. Put a link in the chat for the Drillog. Or Drill OG. Can I call it the Drill OG? That's a better name. I want a Mackie or another, but I can't justify the cost. Yeah. I did that too. Genie Nah. And then I finally justified the cost. And I need to sell some pens. I'm still justifying that cost. Your rumor is that Pelican is going to do radioactive green. It'll actually be radioactive with radium shimmer. It glows in the dark, and so will you. Good job, Alan. I like that. Then they'll go, psych, we already do that in our highlighter inks. We just haven't told anybody. It's a metal dip pen that looks like a screw, hand machined. Give me a link. Drill OG. Drillogy. Drillog. Whose name's this stuff? Oh, what I was gonna say back when I was buying stuff, I definitely have some like stuff coming in stock from different people, different places. Oh, Jacob posted it and I missed it. Okay. I was gonna say if Jacob posted it, I probably didn't miss it. Now I just didn't know the name of it. I definitely saw this. Let's bring this up. This actually looks pretty smart. So the idea there is that it'll hold more ink in the grooves of the nib. Pretty sweet. They're really expensive. Let's see. So, Inky Rocks. I don't see any price. Let's see any numbers. You can get interchangeable nibs and bodies. You would have to hold. My concern is you have to hold this really far back and it's really wide, right? You're not gripping it up here in the front end, right? You're gripping it here, and this is mega wide. Unless this is a lot tiny. Unless this is some smaller pen and it's like photography. Oh, Tony, thank you. I will update that as soon as we're done here today. Thank you. Like I would worry about the grip width area. Although I should go look at the has anyone found the price yet? Okay, they don't look as wide as I was thinking in these pictures. Like that looks pretty traditionally sized. How many packs of cards do I want to order? Hey, look, dude. Anybody got a price? Anyone see a number? I see no numbers except on that guy's abs. There it is, 162. So it'd be like $150. So there, if that's what this is saying. So like 16,280 yen. Why can't I translate? Whoops. So one model 16,280, one model 14. So like $150. If I order 13, you can get free shipping. Yeah, so they're saying the pen tip, the way they have it read, it says Drillog pen tip 16,280 yen, Axis 1480 yen, but I don't know what the difference is. Like they have this picture with these prices on here. Like they have 16,000 yen by these nibs, but then they have 14,000 by these barrels. I wonder if they're separate. I wonder if it's like a $300 pen. And the nib section is more than the pen barrel, which I could see that, I guess. So this is more like a $300 pen if they're sold separately. And this is Google Translate, so I'm assuming, I mean, the numbers are right, but the words, like the axis, and like what is the axis? Is that the barrel? So the tip, 1620. So this is closer to like a $280, $300 pen. So there you go. There's no way this nib tip fits anything else because it looks like it screws into the barrel, not into like a collar, like a traditional nib collar. So interesting. But I just bought my first glass dip nib pen. So, and that was like $30. I don't need to spend 10x on this one, even though it looks cool. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so it's more like a $300 total. We'll enjoy the Instagram shots of it. Yes, I will absolutely love them. I really love that precision machining. It looks pretty cool. It's rad, but I don't know if it's $300 rad. Totally. Yep, so I'm going to go with my glass dip nib pen first. I bought a fancy one, Genie Nah. I bought the Roaring Cleaner, one of their swirly plaid looking ones that I look forward to starting to use. So yeah. I will look with great interest at what they do. I should go follow them on Twitter. I would like to see these in action. What I'm curious is, see, now I got to go back and look at it. I'm curious I want a close up of that tip. Yeah, I want a close up of that tip because now I'm thinking about paper feel. Now I'm getting more. Yes, Inky Rocks did a video. I need to go click that in Jacob's feed. You could totally make one. Strings and pedals. Well, welcome, you boy. Glad you're addicted to pens. Hope you're using awesome pens and paper today. I went with 6, 3 blue, 3 green. That's a great sized order for shipping, Tony. 20 I had to rediscover some boxes to figure out 20 packs of index cards to ship. Yeah, it almost looks like a mechanical pencil pipe, right? And so now, like the repeatographs, right? Those are a flat tipped, open, no ball, no smoothness drawing pen, right? So that actually works on paper without kind of etching the paper, if you know what I mean, right? I wonder if there's some type of, I mean, there's no issue here, but now I'm more concerned about the metal tip on the soft page. You have fountain pens right next to me. What do you got? What's your favorite? So I need to go watch that Inky Rocks video, especially if they have one and we're able to test it. I'm sure it'll answer all my questions. I would like to get a glass dip pen. Any recommendations for a local small maker? That's a great call. I would definitely. I don't have any. I haven't really gone around and checked those things out. But like Mike was saying, check out Shigur inks if they have different tip sizes. Papier Plume sells some cool ones. I got mine from Jet Pens. They ordered some Roaring Cleaner ones. I just know the main brand ones. Like I don't know any small maker ones. But like J. Herbon and Roaring Cleaner are kind of like the popular standard glass dip nib pens. But a small maker of glass dip nib pens, I would be all over that. Inky Brock's voice is so soothing. I need to go listen. I will do that today-ish. Good morning. You slept in. Nothing wrong with that. You and my daughter. She's like let's see. So, yeah, you didn't sleep in that late. Like my daughter didn't get up to like 9:30, 9:45. So, and that's early for her. She's in for it when school starts on Thursday. So, yeah, you're not too bad. 8 o'clock? Psh. Or is it 9 there? Stupid mountain time. We have a glassworking studio nearby. I wonder if anyone makes glass dip nib pens. Oh, you got your first pen of 2021 yesterday? That's actually what we were talking about. Did you buy it in 2021 or did it just arrive in 2021? So there's two things here, right? Did you make a purchase in 2021 yet? Or was your purchase in 2020 and it's just arriving now? Yeah, mountain time. All I've bought is this video game I'm going to Twitch today. What game? I bought ink in 21. Does that count? Absolutely it counts. Any stationary purchases in 2021 count. Could be washi tape, notebooks, pencils, ink. Immortals Phoenix Rising. Seemed like I've heard of that, but I don't know about it. I might play, if I get done with work, I might throw up a Warcraft stream tonight because I'll be playing. I should just turn on the stream. 2 metric tons of ink. Zelda mixed with Assassin's Creed. That's speaking my language. I stole paper from Apple Bloom today. What does you think about that? What if you're stealing paper from Applebaum? Do you have a okay? Do you have a store tester stock paper? That's the question I'm asking. Is there a store official Applebaum store tester stock paper that's like on the counters? So that's my question. I put coffee as a priority for my first online purchase in 2021. Cal Riddle, you are speaking my language. Yeah, wow. No spin January. I love that, Paper Cat Lady. I bought a giant batch of washi tape on Sunday. Whoops. Hey, 2021. That counts. You got to get ready for the year. Thank you, Tony, on your first purchase of the year. Appreciate you. Okay, that makes sense, Annabelle. You need to get like the Japanese shops. This has always been my thing. Is why don't OEM manufacturers manufacture paper that they would like their fountain pens to be used on, like a notebook, right? Like I'll get like stacks of Kokuyo pads that look like they're like made for testing, but why aren't there Pilot ones, or why aren't there Pelican ones, to test? And why doesn't Pelican load you up with stacks of tester paper that says Pelican on it? That's great for fountain pens. You can test other fountain pens, but Pelican's sitting there staring at your face. I think Pelican does it for the hubs. It just seems like I've never understood why more OEMs don't make their own paper goods. That one I don't have a grasp on that, because it doesn't seem it would be that difficult in the scope of all the things that these large companies make is to make a good notebook or a good paper pad. Those Pelican pads are pretty lousy. Some good, some bad. Yeah. I like sticking to one paper for consistency. I think that's fair. Like when you have a brand like Rhodia, whose job is paper, and to know that these are my expectations for this paper and I can put all the pens to this paper, like I get that too. Like that makes a lot of sense. I am down with that. That makes a lot of sense. I'm just surprised that these manufacturers are not in the paper game. Lami's trying, right? And they're pretty decent. I like the Lamis. This is my new favorite coffee. Hang on, I gotta look it up. I got some coffee for Christmas. I'll have to go look and see what it was. I can't remember off the top of my head. When people don't know what to get me, I just tell them, get me some coffee from their area or some local coffee. Like that is like the best gift you can ever give for a coffee drinker. It's just more coffee. Have you tried the Colorverse paper? I haven't. Mike, this looks like right up my alley. I like a light medium roast. That's nice. Not a big fan of the Lamy. It seems too thirsty. Maybe it's just me. No. I think some of the Lamy paper has... that's a good way to put it. It's a little thirsty, right? It's a little absorbent. It was better in that aspect than I expected, right? I thought it was going to be awful. I thought it was just going to be like tissue paper absorbent from what I was reading about it. Like the notebook was getting just killed by a lot of people, and I didn't think it was that bad. And I don't know if there's a change or a modification. And now I see Eric Orozco on Instagram saying that, friends are telling him that the Moleskin's now fountain pen friendly. It's like, I did that test a couple years ago. I would be shocked. Like, it's just inconsistency, right? Yeah, thirsty is a really good word. It's a really good word for it's a good descriptor for how you're explaining how paper works, right? It drinks up the ink. I just call it absorbent, but thirsty's better. For Christmas, my wife got me this Robin Hood journal from the Disney store. The paper is shockingly good. Did someone make it is it like a Moleskine branded thing, or is it just like generic and it happens to be very good? Yeah, Italianate, like it's like I've been suckered before with the Moleskine. I'm done. And God, I love Moleskine as a brand. I genuinely love what Moleskine does. I just cannot use their paper products. Tessa Brad, it's your fault. I had to buy a Palette Falcon. That purple's good. Yeah, Rewizzles, that purple's good. That is good purpley. Get a pet. 4 months of subbing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's go. My kids are making weird noises. Sorry. It sounds like it's raining outside, but it's sunny. So I don't know what my kids are doing. It's this one. Let me look. Well, that's a sweet book for one. But it's just like something that they made. Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, it just looks like something they made, and it has good paper, huh? That's crazy. How you can get like good paper stuff sometimes. That's a cool notebook. Like, I respect the heck out of Moleskine. I genuinely do. I will never understand the notebooks. And like, we have such a high percentage uses of fountain pens here where it's a failure when you try to use a Moleskine. Like they're perfectly fine for not fountain pen use, and that's why they're so popular. Also, their branding and marketing is aces. They should do more accessories. They should do more pens. Their digital apps are great, right? I really, 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 really like Moleskine, except for their main product, which is paper. It's not good. When you have access to all the things that we have access to as pen addicts and stationary junkies, it's hard to ever recommend a Moleskine unless it's a very particular situation, right? Yeah, like the branded ones, like the Star Wars stuff was fabulous, and the Tolkien, yeah, all this stuff. They have apps. They have basically a to-do list app, a calendar app, and a sketchbook app. I have to have apps that work. So I'm in the Apple ecosystem, so I have to have then that's where the apps are for. I have to have apps that work on the Mac as well, and they're just on the phone and the iPad, and that doesn't work for me, or else I would switch over to use them. They're very good. But their subscription, they're pretty expensive. So you have to like commit to using them. And the way they were set up doesn't work for how I work, but they're good apps. So I had a Moleskine planner that bled with anything more than a ballpoint. That happens too. Like sometimes, like, and what was I gonna say? Liquid ink pens, for some reason, I have worked good. Like the Pilot Precise was always a good Moleskine pen, and you think it wouldn't be, but somehow it was. I guess it just didn't soak up the ink that much. I just remember it's like Pilot G2s, Pilot Precises, or pencils were all kind of the Moleskine thing. Never mind, I'm poor. The Moleskine apps are pretty, like, I want to say $40 a year, which is, to me, that's very expensive. Seems like that. I run. It has nothing to do with ink and had to buy these shoes. Well, you're talking to the right person with shoes. Brooks running. Those look great. Christmas shoes. Like, I love the design of Christmas shoes, but I can't ever pull the trigger because I want to wear them year round, and I would just feel weird. But those are pretty sweet. No, you can't have my email address. So, yeah, Moleskine is the great gateway, right? My first reviews on the Pen Addict were in a Moleskine reporter's notebook. So, like, I have a soft spot for Moleskine. I think I heard that coming. I think they do good stuff, and it's the gateway into the rest of this stuff. It's like, oh, wait a minute. You mean if I spend 2 seconds checking out? Sorry, Toby's going nuts. I don't know why. And there's no kids around to wrangle him. So I was about to wrap it up before he started barking, so this is probably a good spot to do that. Oh, you know what Moleskine's good for? As I don't wrap it up, visual journals. That's what my first visual journal was, in a Moleskine. And I can't find it's here somewhere. I've looked for it one day, but I'm so buried in the Closet of Doom. We're at max capacity. We'll have to do something. We'll work on that Closet of Doom stream in 2021 as I try to reorganize. We're gonna have to talk about pencil boxes and storage. Like, do we save all that stuff? All right. Sorry, Firestarter. Your dog is curious. Maybe your dog can come over and play sometime. All right. That's a wrap. Toby says bye. Talk to y'all later.